Finally tonight, the lessons one man will remember forever. Martin Fletcher covered some of the most dangerous and troubled areas of the world as a foreign correspondent for NBC News. And this week, NBC and Christie's Auction House will open a new exhibit called Teachers, the Ones I Can't Forget, capturing some of the most powerful moments during Fletcher's 40-year career. News 4's David Ushery sat down with him.
Martin, we talked about this before, but it's kind of trite sometimes, kind of cliche to say you have seen it all. But in your case, 40 years as a foreign correspondent, you've seen a heck of a lot. Tell us about this journey that leads us to this partnership with NBC News and Christie's Auction House and this display.
I have no idea. It just happened. I can't believe it. And the idea that it would actually be framed in this way in a gallery at Christie's in New York is, for me, the top of the top.
It corresponds with a book that you've written called Teachers, the Ones I Can't Forget. That's an interesting statement. What did these images teach you?
They taught me over and over again the same lesson, which was that I made a career out of meeting people basically on the worst days of their lives. And then we left the next day. The next day we're gone. And I would stay in touch with some of them. And I always ask myself the question, how do you get on with the rest of your life? What do you do the next day? I learned that people carry on regardless of the circumstances. You have to.
Let's give a couple of examples of some of the images you selected.
Wafa, the suicide bomber.
Yes.
Well, that was an extraordinary thing. I mean, this is an image that has never been seen anywhere else. It's like a one-time image. It's a suicide bomber at the moment of pulling the detonator cord to blow herself up. Except the bomb didn't work. So she's screaming in frustration and rage and pulling at the detonator cord, and it doesn't explode. But the bomb is on her body. If you want to talk about the dregs of society, it's got to be a suicide bomber. But when you meet them, as I've met several, and when you get to know them and see them, meet their parents, as I have done, you begin to realize you shouldn't prejudge people.
Now Wafa's crying too. I wanted to be a martyr, but now I want to live, she says. Please forgive me. Don't put me in jail for life. I didn't kill anyone.
So much to absorb, the powerful imagery in her face, all of the complexities that you described. What about Eveline?
Eveline. Other end of the spectrum. Eveline, 8 years old, orphan. Her parents died of AIDS, mother and father. She's got AIDS. And when I met her, she was in school, and she was just a sweet, polite child saying thank you in a low voice. And then I looked at a school book, and under the name of the school, instead of Kampala Junior, whatever it was, she'd written School of Struggle. And class, instead of maths or something, she'd written Class of Hope. School of Struggle, Class of Hope, an 8-year-old orphan with AIDS. My heart broke. I mean, it's just
You had a moment there where you still get emotional. The emotion still bubbles up to the surface.
Yeah, well, it's a form of PTSD, no doubt about it. But I have memories of these people all the time. I mean, I really do think about these people, and that's why this exhibition was so important to me. I want people to basically take away the same lessons that I learned, which I expressed in the book about these people, which is that however bad your life is, it's so much better than most people on the planet. And that's my takeaway from my career, is that I should be happy with what I've got, and I am. And if things go bad, fight back, come back the next day. The next day is a new day.
Some powerful reflections there. You can experience that free interactive exhibit yourself at Christie's Auction House at Rockefeller Center. It opens this Wednesday, runs until Friday, April 7th. Martin Fletcher's book, Teachers, the Ones I Can't Forget, is on sale now. All proceeds go to the nonprofit organization Artolution, which helps educate communities through art. And that is going to